Well, I love you. I appreciate you. Everything's good. We got work to be done, boo. Work to be done. So.
First of all, can we give a moment of silence to that girl that showed up last time at your call? Because she's gone. She's dead. Me.
Oh, I was like, what the hell are you talking about? You scared me. I'm like, who died? Like, are we having like, oh my God, I literally just thought you were trying to tell me somebody on the team died and I didn't know. And I'm like, I feel like I'm such a connected leader. Somebody has passed away. Okay, well, we'll have a funeral for old Angela. Yes, okay, we can have a funeral.
Tell me you stopped cold turkey your antidepressant meds without telling me.
Yeah.
That call was that, yeah.
You told me about that.
Shouldn't do that. I was like, I feel great. I don't need these things. Yeah. Well, bad month to do that.
Well, how are you feeling? You feeling better?
Oh, yes. I feel like I'm myself again. So, I don't like... It's so tough for me because it's like, I want you to coach me. I want you to lead me to like freaking champ. But I gotta say, like, I don't know what to ask because it's like, I told Brooke this. I'm like, just do the damn things, personally develop. Like, what more is there to say? Like, I don't know. So the first thing I do have is like a tactical question for you. Okay. And then maybe I can come up with some other things that hopefully will help. But what is that fine line or distinction between focusing on leads and getting to the point? Because I can get to that ketone conversation like it's nobody's business. And I don't know, but then I hear like other, trainings and stuff that's like, especially from other leaders, that's like, focus on the relationship, focus on the lead. Like, and I guess I don't know if I'm building a rapport because I'm finding people in groups and then I'm like, hey girl, like I start that conversation and in the same like chunk of conversation, I'm like, oh, what are you doing? So-and-so. And they're like, I do this. What do you do? And I'm like, and then I'm like, boom, to the conversation.
Okay. So all of that, what exactly is your question?
How do I know if I'm not focusing on the relationship prior to me getting to the conversation about ketones?
So are you just trying to say like how, I think what you're asking, and I could be totally wrong, but are you asking like how to make the sale feel good? Or like what exactly is like, I don't actually understand what you're asking. So like, okay, are you asking how to connect faster? Are you asking how to, like what exactly?
Am I connecting too fast? Am I asking the question about ketones before I'm building the relationship, which therefore they're not loving me, trusting me?
Okay, got you. So I don't think so. Like I think what people need to do is actually take more of that quick approach. Like you've built the relationship, whether it was in a group, whether they like something yours, whether whatever. It's not cold anymore. Now it's warm. You need to ask quickly. And then if they give you weird vibes or like, mucky whatever, then you can retreat and go back to relationship talk again. You know what I mean? But like if you don't ask quickly, what happens is people go into like this tango where all they do is they play foreplay with their leads for eternity. So I think it's better that you shoot your shot and then go, whoopsies, hey, yeah, your kids are really cute. And then, like, you know what I mean? I think that's going to be a better approach, quite frankly, than just, like I said, like, tiptoe, or like I called it foreplay, like a lot of people are doing.
Because I am, like, I get to that conversation real quick. And sometimes it works, and then sometimes, like, like yesterday, I even sent Brooke, I'm like, can you delete him? Because this guy, like I met him in a group, and he very much was like, yes, tell me, like, all the scripts, got him into simple results, got him the video, and then he's like, okay, how much? And I tell him how much, and he's like, haha, and then blocked me. I was like, well, that escalated.
Yeah, but like also, I had this conversation with Brooke about you when we were in Maryland. It's a good conversation, by the way. We talked a lot of really awesome stuff about you. Like, I know you're going to be driving a free car soon, just so you know. Like, you're so good. I said it on a podcast like 2 months ago, so I know you know. But I will tell you, like, she was like, God, like, Angela has all these men who, like, join her or whatever. And then, whatever, like, you need to know you're really hot. Just so you know, like, in case you forgot. You're super, super beautiful. So you're getting these men, yes, for sure, that are being stupid. You can decide to make pivots in it. So I like recruiting men, just because I like the diversity of recruiting people. But at the same time, I am fully aware that women tend to do more in business to begin with. And there's a less likelihood that they're hitting on me now. Are some of them hitting on me? Yes, of course. Okay, whatever. Doesn't really matter. But like, my whole point in saying all of that is to say, like, as soon as you start to even intuitively be like, this guy's definitely hitting on me, just stop.
Yeah.
Just stop engaging. Just get to that point faster again.
And I recognize that. And after, like, because I got super excited, because a lot of my social media is men, because they're athletes, they're cyclists, they're, you know, and I found articles of, you know, there's a team in the Tour de France right now that is taking ketones. So so I am recognizing, especially after I got burned by like a couple that signed up with promoters, and then we had a conversation about it. I don't think that's going to become your norm, and it might actually be funny, just like as maybe a little assignment for you. It might be funny to kind of address that, honestly, on social media. Like, does anyone else have men that like make no sense, and they're literally messaging you just to like, you know what I mean? Like, I think sometimes it's almost like that that Eminem movie or whatever, where I've still never seen it, but I'm gonna watch it, okay? Maybe. But that 8 Mile, where like the whole iconic scene is he takes back the power by calling out his own vulnerabilities, right? Mm. How can you do that in your business? The exact same, you know, like, so weird. I'm rushing, like, I'm at the top of our team, like, I'm growing so fast. And I don't, like, what is going on? Like, these weird, creepy men, are just sliding up in my DMs, like, hitting on me, talking about my butt and my dick, just kind of, like, you know, 8 miling your journey. Like, sometimes you've probably seen me do it and not realized it, but, like, I'll be like, yeah, I'm loud. Yeah, I'm aware, you know, like, I'll call things out, like, yeah, I'm funny, yeah, I'm this, yeah, I'm that, yeah, blah, blah, blah. Because you take back your power when you do that. So you just saying, like, I'm really annoyed, you know, just so you guys know, last month was difficult for me, because on top of cutting out my anxiety and depression medicine cold turkey, don't recommend it, high key, don't recommend it, talk to your doctor, you know, and then getting hit on by men, and then led on in my, you know, whatever, like, guys, like, I don't know if anyone, you know, doesn't want to talk about it, but authentically speaking, this is what's going on in my life, blah, blah, blah. You just take back your power. Yeah, I like that. And the funny thing is that, like, I do think I give off, maybe, I don't know, I'd like to think that I give off this vibe of, like, don't mess with me, because I really don't get
okay, so, like, let me explain something about men really fast. This is kind of a business thing, but it's kind of not, okay? Well, I'll ask you some questions first.
Okay.
You're single, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you find that when men talk to you, they end up being, like, really feminine men, or like men that are hitting on you, like feminine men, kind of beta males?
Yes. Girl, I broke up with my college boyfriend because I think he's gay. My last boyfriend, I think he's gay. Yes! And the last guy I tried to date, JL, he told me that he's too insecure to date me, and that I'm an alpha female, and he doesn't know how to deal with it. Why does this happen to me?
Okay, well, I didn't know you were going to respond like that. Okay, can I tell you why? And I can only tell you this because this is probably why I'm your coach and mentor. Because I was having the same issues, okay? I ended up being one of Tony Robbins' elite students, and that's how I got my life coaching through this. And so now you don't have to pay $100,000, but I'm going to coach you through this. All right, so that's why you chose me as your mentor, eh? No, so here's what's going on. I actually want you to write this down, and because this is more than just a one-off conversation, you need to deep dive on this a little bit. You need to balance your energies, because you are a very strong, you're a woman, obviously, but your masculine energy is super, super, super strong. So what's going on is men who are beta males, which I know you see me post about alpha males, how I love them all the time, right?
No,
but, like,
I'm recognizing myself in
but this isn't bad. Like, don't worry about it. Like, this is such an easy fix, okay? But what's happening is you're attracting these beta males, these high feminine energy males, because energy needs to balance itself. Now, whether you balance it in yourself or if you stand really strong in the masculine energy like you currently are, you're attracting all these feminine men because they go, oh my God, a powerful woman. And so unless you're into being a dominatrix, and which if you are, that's cool. No, okay, that's what I thought, but I didn't want to assume. And unless you're really into that, like if you're like, I want a partner that I get to boss around. Again, I'm guessing you like to be in your masculine in business and then you're feminine in a relationship, which is 100% me, right? Then, which is why I can relate, then your biggest assignment of the next probably 6 months is going to be balance your energies. And it's going to be stuff that is going to feel kind of weird to you. Like, I'll give you a couple that my Tony Robbins coach gave me. So, like, if you ever notice that I always have candles, it's because candles are really feminine. You should always have a candle burning around you. Don't ask me why. It's just a thing. Okay? You happen to have light colors on right now. Wear more bright colors. I tend to go towards dark. I know you do too. I've noticed. Okay?
All black. Literally, I wore this. I was like, I'm going to look bright for jail.
Oh, I love it. You did it for me. I love it. Okay? So you've got to balance that though. So I'm not saying throw away your black wardrobe. Obviously, black is still like a staple color of mine, but how can you bring color into it? Think flowy stuff. So I'm like not a skirt person at all. Like, but there's still time. So what I did is I got robes.
Okay.
So like if you ever notice, like I'll wear robes around my house or whatever. Baths. Like I'm giving you an assignment. Take at least 2 baths a week. Okay. Get your baths. Get your bath bombs. Light your candles. Like just chill because it's going to be good for your anxiety and depression, all that stuff too. But it's more so you're going to balance out so much. You're not going to attract as much. You're like, all these gay men. Like, that's great. But it's because they're in their feminine energy and they look to you as a strong alpha masculine energy. And it's going to help in your business. That's the only reason I bring it up. I'm not trying to bring it up to like do anything else except for coach you through business. But the other thing is I was attracting all of these people who was like, when I was in such a strong dominant position 24/7, I was attracting all of these people who were like latching on to me. And again, I'm saying it, you're nodding like crazy. This is good. I was like, my whole team, this is at the time, this is not current, right? Like my whole team is a bunch of like helpless people who I think came to me for freaking therapy, which then stressed me out. Cause I'm like, I want to be able to have, like, I want to be able to be soft and emotional with our team and, you know, dominant and the leader in the team. And I couldn't find that balance. Okay. And then I just want to remind you, the more you go into your feminine, the more, because I know obviously nobody wants to be alone, right? So I don't know if that's like a big frustration of yours. It was certainly a frustration of mine because every man that I was attracting, they were these super beta men, and I'm so unattracted to it. Like if you do TikTok dances on TikTok as a man, as a straight man, like I'm so unattracted to you. Like I just want to barf on you. I'm like, tell me you're beta without telling me you're beta. Oh my God. So anyway, but I digress. So this is obviously in the past. I was like, I cannot. Like I'm gonna be single forever. Like, this is crazy. But it's as soon as you go into that, you'll find people who are alpha and dominant in business and at the same time can be alpha in a romantic sense as well, right? And then only when they let their guards down do they show their vulnerabilities, because alpha men they're just a different breed.
Right.
Okay, right. But anyway, so, and then you get to be in your feminine. And your divine feminine is actually extremely strong. Extremely strong. So like don't look at that like, oh, do I need to soften and become weak? No. Like a woman who can step into the divine feminine is so powerful because she can actually control an alpha male. Like not that you want to control him. I don't want control is like not exactly the right word, but I think you know what I'm trying to say. It's those balance of energies. So do those things, but you're going to see less and less and less then of that issue you're dealing with these little beta biatches coming in to like have you mother them or something, like an Oedipus complex. So, you know, like balance your energy.
Yeah. Thank you. I love that. Yeah. So if I could go then maybe into the team, I know we don't have a ton of time, but like my team, like I heard so clearly when you say be more like the leader that you signed up with, right? Yeah. So I am constantly getting, I love your energy. You're so positive. Oh my God. I love following you. Like I literally in the past 2 days have had 3 people reach out to me and say, will you repost what you just posted in my group? But yet I sign these people up and they freaking ghost me. Like, I'm like, how you sign up for a business and not even want to like try to sell a box? Like, and I continue to reach out and I'm like, how can I help? Here's Betty. Like, what can I?
You can also just ask one quick question. As soon as you start getting to a point where you're like, this MF is ignoring me. You know, of course you wouldn't call him an MF, but send him a message and say, hey, Angela, like, I feel like I am annoying you so much. Do you want to do this business? And if not, it's okay. Can you just tell me? You know, because some of them might be like, oh, you might end up with people saying stuff like, I really do. I'm in an abusive relationship and I'm trying to get out and like whatever. Like you might have really deep, and then you might have people who are like, no, you're right. And then you can say, awesome. Can you please email support@proveithq.com and terminate this? Because I feel like I'm harassing you and I would love to have you as a customer and I don't want to push away this relationship because I really like you.
Yeah. Okay.
But like you need to have that conversation. You need to have that conversation. Just be the leader in that. And then, and also make sure when you're recruiting people, ask them, like, what are your goals? So that when you do have that conversation of like, do you still want to do this? And they say something like, oh, no, blah, blah, blah. You can also say, okay, I just want to be crystal clear. So we're not trying to retire our father, like we're not trying to buy our parents' house off anymore, right? Like that was the goal. I just want to make sure. Like, because sometimes people, they're just overwhelmed sometimes. And then you can also coach people through that. Like, okay, you're overwhelmed. Let's breathe. Do you want to jump on a call really fast? Let's breathe. Okay, cool. Now let's remember why we started. And let's remember this is not about who's the fastest to champ or who's the fastest to $1 million or who's the fastest to whatever. Like, woosah. And just bring them back to earth. You know?
I try, like, they don't even respond to me. I'm like, they're just like literally one of my promoters just this morning posted I went live yesterday and I was out of my mind because I had drank a black label ketones at 2:00. Don't advise that either. Had to go sit in my sauna. I have a sauna.
I know you do. Brooke told me about your 10-mile runs and your saunas, and I'm like, damn. I need to get a dang on house back again because I'm buying this. I need an infrared sauna. I love them.
You have to. Oh my god, I sat in it last night and then laid out in the stars, and I just was like, oh my god. But anyways, this promoter who's not doing anything, like literally comments on my live last night. You're so positive. I love you. And I'm just like, y'all love watching me. How about buy some ketones and sell them? I don't know. And I know the answer is.
But like you could have messaged that person right after. And just said, hey girl, like, how you doing? I love seeing you on the live. I just want to see, it's a new month, you know, let's set some, do you have any intentions for the business or no? Either way, it's fine. I want to know for you.
Okay, cool. Maybe one more question. I hear you say a lot. Okay, actually, I'll go back to this question. The living in the future. How do you do that? And I don't even know if that's an easy question to even answer, but like I hear you talk so much about living in the future, and it's like my belief in network marketing is crazy. My belief in the product is crazy. I think my belief in me is crazy, but then I also question if I subconsciously don't believe in myself. But like I find it hard. Like I don't see there's days where I'm like, of course I'm gonna be champ, of course. And then there's other times where I'm like, like that's great. Like, how is that gonna happen? Yeah. I guess that's where I get. Like, I believe, like, of course that's gonna happen. And then I get to the point of like, how? Like, I can't even sign up somebody that wants to work. So like, how?
So first of all,
I guess my question is like, how do you live in the future?
Yeah, I mean, I totally got the question. Don't worry. So a couple of things. First of all, you are really good, and you're being triggered by something from your past every time you go into that. So like. I want you to have that awareness because I don't know what it is, but there's something that's triggering you, and you cannot change that the trigger happens, but you can change the behavior that comes after, right? So when something, and it might not even be something where you're like trigger reaction. It could be like you were triggered early in the day, and then 12 hours later you're like going down your deprecation cycle, and you're like, why am I behaving like this? Okay, like that's how it happens a lot of the time, just so you know. But if you can start to identify the trigger, you can quickly change the behavior. You can quickly say something like, okay, this is not good. Like, and then you can shift. Does that make sense? Like, I don't know if you know what your triggers are, so it's like, you know, I'm just kind of talking as like a grand scheme, like whatever. But when you feel good, and then when you start to feel yourself spiraling, start to try to trace it back to like, why am I spiraling? What happened? Did somebody say no to you? And why does that bother you so much? Did somebody offend you and like comment something, whatever, and it spiraled you? Like, figuring out what that is, again, that's going to be an assignment for you. You're going to start to pay really close attention to what is, sorry, Sophia. Oh my God, you look gorgeous. Get the hell out of here. You're too hot. Bye, Sophia. Oh my God. Why does she look so hot? What the hell, Belgium? Jeez, did you see her? What the hell ketones is she drinking? Oh my God. Whoa, jeez. Okay, I'm distracted. Wow.
You came to play.
Holy smokes. Okay, so now I know what's showing up. I better put some freaking makeup on for my call with Sophia. Jeez. Good heavens. Okay, wow. Okay, so what I was saying before Sophia so attractively distracted me, figure out what your triggers are, okay? Figure out what your triggers are and then move through that. That's going to help you a lot in regards to that. Now, when it comes to living in the future, this so much is like, you need to think about what, this is going to sound weird because nobody says this, but what can money buy?
Yeah.
Okay? Like, when people say money can't buy happiness, it's because they're shopping at the wrong stores. And I don't mean Louis Vuitton. I don't mean whatever. I'm talking about money can absolutely buy happiness. And maybe it's happiness for other people. But when you're living in the future, you're thinking like, every time I'm selling something, every time I'm coaching somebody, every time I'm doing something like this, or going on a call I don't feel like being on or whatever, who am I buying a car for in the future? Whose home am I paying off in the future? Whose business dinners do I get to go out to and spend, $3,000 on? Like, I'll tell you, this literally happened the other day. So like, Jenny was putting on a team retreat. She ended up paying for me, Lisa, and Curtis. It was a $3,200 dinner. I'm like, oh, hell no. And like, we have a rule, like we always pay for the downline, right? And we're like, we know you can afford a $3,200 dinner, but like, you cannot be paying for a $3,200 dinner when we're making what we're making. Like, get the hell out of here. And it was impossible. The restaurant refused. Curtis was immediately got up. So Lisa and Curtis, of course, business partners, of course. Lisa's my sponsor, right?
Yeah.
And like, he's like, what do we do? And she had bought hotel rooms for everybody. Think about how joy-filled she is that she bought 8 hotel rooms at an Omni for 4 nights. Just do the math, how expensive this is, right? All on her dime, right? And Curtis, Lenny's like, I'm going to pay for all the hotel rooms. And I was like, yes, let's do it. And it's like, so I just want to say it like that.
Yeah.
Because that moment and Curtis did it. It wasn't my money. I don't want to take credit for it. All I did was help find out what rooms it was. Okay, it wasn't me.
Yeah.
But like, the ability to take that money and whatever it was, $5,000, $6,000, not even think about it and just go, I'm going to surprise my friend. Like, that is buying happiness. And so I need you to think more in the future of where you want your life to go. Whose lives do you want to impact? You know what I mean? Like, how many people's lives do you want to change? And when you start to think about it like that, everything changes. When I say I'm living in the future, it's also like, it is like a Bob Proctor approach. I'm writing everything down all the time. My goals are in front of my face constantly. Like, it's not one time a day that I'm thinking about December $1 million. It's not 10 times a day I'm thinking about December $1 million. And here's the thing is that I don't know if you're religious or not, but I am. Yeah. Like, mighty forces come to your aid. Yeah. They just do. I've been saying this for a month, like $1 million December, $1 million December, $1 million December, and we're growing, don't get me wrong. I'm recruiting like crazy, team members all the time, coaching calls. I mean, our business is flying, okay? Don't misunderstand me. But I'm like, $1 million, I'm like, oh my God. And then randomly, this person that's been in my life for 4 years, but we haven't really talked in 4 years, just on and off, like, a message every 9 months, like, hey, happy birthday, hey, okay? Yeah. Like, and he's a top earner in another company, pops into my DM, hey, JL, I'm like, hey, and we start talking, like, every day, here and there, and then he gave me a big pivot, a little, but a big pivot, because he's like, you work so hard, like, you need more independent leaders. I'm like, I know that, but like, what am I missing? Yeah. And so it's like, where did you come from?
Right.
Hello. So when I say living in the future, it's who do I want to be in the future? And when people are stalled, maybe this is something you can write down too, what I find is that when people are stuck or are stalled, it's because they're not growing. Because when I say something like $1 million a month, when I say something like, whatever, I'm just going to keep saying $1 million a month. When I say something like $1 million a month in December, I say it over and over and over and over and over and over again because I have to start to rise to the occasion. I can handle $500,000 a month. That's the level I'm at right now.
Right.
Who do I need to grow into to get to the million? It can't be the same version. Just like it can't be the same version of Angela at rank 6, at rank 7, at rank 8, 9. You have to evolve into a different person. And if you choose to accept that challenge, you explode.
And say that one more time. Oh, I heard you. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I think that is a downfall of mine right now is that I don't think I'm growing. I don't think that I'm putting in the work for the personal. I know I'm not putting in the work for the personal development to grow, and I feel like Angela's a rank 4, and I'm not growing to get to that rank 6, and that's what I need to do.
So you need to start calling yourself, even when it's a bold-faced lie. Okay, let's talk about it like this. Have you ever met a pathological liar before? Just wondering.
Oh, for sure. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
Tell me about pathological liars. What do they do? What is a pathological liar?
They believe everything they say.
Oh.
First of all.
Oh.
They believe their own lies.
Do you want to know why it's so easy to be a pathological liar?
Because it feels good. You believe everything you tell yourself.
Well, no, but that was cute. I loved it. It's not the wrong answer, but the reason is because your brain does not know the difference between reality and what's fake. So if you constantly tell yourself, I'm $1 million earner, I'm $1 million earner, I only attract top leaders to my organization. Every day, in every way, I attract top leaders to my organization. I'm a recruiting maniac. I'm the best recruiter in the world. I'm #1 in the freaking world. All I recruit are coachable, leadable, teachable people. It's all I recruit. It's all I know how to attract. All I know how to attract are leadable, teachable, coachable people. All I know how to attract are future car earners. The only people I recruit are $1 million earners in the future. And I make $1 million a month in December. I make $1 million a month in December because I only attract coachable, leadable, teachable people. I only attract people who are capable of finding the link tree in the bio, even though the link tree in the bio is broken. I only attract smart people who know to DM me the word link. Do you see what I'm doing right now?
Yeah.
Now, are all of those things my current reality? Of course not. We just discussed that. Right? But it's amazing how your brain starts to catch up because it goes, wait, this is $1 million a month earner. Wait, this girl only recruits top people. Wait a minute, this girl is a top salesperson in the company. Wait a minute, she's whoa. I kept saying I was like, before I was #1 in the company, I was like, oh, I'm going to be #1. I am #1. I'm going to be #1. Jessie Lee, am going to be #1. And the day I walked across the stage with my name up at the top as the #1 money earner, I was like, I already saw this. I already knew. I already knew. Right? When I go on stage at Epic, it's our big awards ceremony. I know you know that. But 2 years ago, I got on stage and Brian said, our word of the year is action. And I literally got on stage. I'm like, action! I was like, I took the microphone because I give a speech or whatever when you're at the top, And I mean, you don't have to, but I will gladly give a speech. And I was just like, I'm so excited. In 2020, I'll be developing 15 new frontline car earners. I said all this stuff. I didn't develop 15. I developed 21. Right? I went crazy because in my mind I kept saying, oh my God, am I on track for 15? Am I on track for 15? Am I on track for 15? Oh my God, no, Jessie Lee, who's the 15? It just shifts in your brain when you start living out there. Yeah. You can't keep living in July 2021 or you're going to keep holding on to what you did in June 2021. That's the whole purpose of living. That's all it means. So back to pathological liars. It literally becomes their reality.
Right.
Now, that's in a harmful way, I would say. But you're not harming anybody by saying, I'm going to have 100,000 followers on TikTok. I'm going to go viral on Instagram Reels. I'm going to drive a Lamborghini. I'm going to whatever. I put that freaking Lamborghini on a vision board 3 years ago. I've had it for almost 1.
Yeah.
But every day I would walk out the door and I'd see that freaking Lamborghini truck, and I'm like, I want the freaking Lamborghini truck. And then I went and I drove a Lamborghini truck, and I'm like, oh, I'm a have one of them. Have one of them things. And then everybody knows I've had one for a year. September 17th will be a year.
You're so good. Hey, can I take a picture of us?
Yes. And then Sophia has to come back.
I know. That's why I was like, I gotta.
And Sophia, I think she's watching on Instagram. So Sophia, yay! Sophia, I will close it down and bring it back up because I know you're not gonna be able to get back in. Cool. All right, Mama, I love you. I appreciate you. Go do all those assignments and get more feminine. All right? Okay? Sound good? Good. I love you. Bye.
Bye.
All right, Sophia, if you're still watching, come back. Come back. Okay. Are you guys enjoying this? Like, is this useful for you? If it is, you can share the video, I think. Share the video. I'm guessing it's useful. There's a lot of you watching, especially on Instagram. Oh, there's Sophia! Oh my God, you are so hot. I can't do a coaching call with you. I'm terminating you. You're terminated. What the hell is this? You're muted, by the way. Oh my God, like, I'm serious. Did you get like done up for me? What the hell? I'm like on a date with you or something. Is that wine?
I need it.
I mean, I could get some champagne out of the refrigerator. It's a little early here, but oh my God.
In Belgium now, it's 5:30 p.m.
I know what time it is. I live in Europe in my mind. I'm just saying, what ketones are you drinking? You are so gorgeous. I need whatever you're drinking. Oh my God, woman. Jeez, yeah, okay, sure, it's the heart tart.
Order for me? Do you want to order for me? I have the best.
Now you're overly sexualizing this, Sophia. Right? Put it down. Put down the hot top, mate. Good Lord, no, you're gorgeous. Holy smokes.
I just have a few questions because I want to know how you're doing with your team members. Because I have now today
I'm turning your camera off. I'm covering your face. Hold on. Just kidding. Sorry, something about team members. I can't look at you and listen. All right, go ahead. I'm gonna put some glasses on or something. I can't pay attention to you. There you go.
If you have a disagreement with someone of your team, I love your glasses. What are you doing about it?
Oh, a disagreement. Okay, well, first of all, all love, no fighting, okay? That's the first thing, like my glasses suggest. No, all right, so the first thing you have to understand is not everybody's going to like you, but that's not really what the objective is in leadership, okay? So that's first and foremost. But I will tell you, there is no point in fighting with people when you are in a reciprocal relationship with them, okay? So, like, there are plenty of people, even up on my wall, that I don't like them as people. If we're just being honest, okay? I would never hang out with them as in a friendship. I'm like, oh no. No. We have nothing in common. We are not aligned on personal values. Like, we are just not the same, right? But I can go from friend Jessie Lee and coach Jessie Lee are two very different things. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And either way, I'm not going to disrespect you. Because the fact of the matter is, we all have lived different lives. I've never even been to Belgium yet, like, I'll be there soon, next month, right? But like, I've never even been there. I don't know what your life experience is. I don't know how you grew up. I don't know what your traumas are. I don't know who said what to you. I don't know who, like, all these very real things, okay? So for me to come in and assume that everything I say is the holy gospel, that's a great way to throw your whole business down the tubes. Okay? Because nobody wants to be barked at. Nobody wants to be, screamed at. Nobody wants to be told everything they do is wrong, which is what a lot of leaders do. And so my job as a coach and as a mentor is more so to be the guide. Right? Be the guide. Direct, redirect, redirect. When they need it. Now, for personal major things, like if somebody's being offensive, phone call. right? Like if it like I'll let the fake situation. Let's say I find out that you've just been like off the rails. You've been running like side calls where you bash me and talk about how terrible Jessie Lee is and her systems don't actually work. I'm just saying, I know you're not doing this. Like instead of me going around and like trying to figure out who you've called, no, I literally will pick up the phone, ring ring. Hi Sophia, it's Jessie Lee. What's up? Hey, I just want to talk to you really fast. I'm hearing and I want to hear your side. I'm not saying this is true or not. I just want to know your side. I'm hearing da 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 da. Right? Just be the bigger person. Leadership is not easy. That's why not everybody does it.
Yeah, okay.
Emotional intelligence. Write that down. Emotional intelligence.
And what are you doing with people, like with customers? Because the customers in Belgium is different than the customers in America.
Yes.
We need to pay 21% of the
Is that your
taxes.
VAT? Is your VAT 21?
What?
Is VAT 21% in Belgium?
Yeah, in Belgium is 21. And they all tell that the product is expensive. I always tell to them, I have the same experience of you. I told the same, it was expensive, but I started with a trial package and then I just love it. I just love it. Now, I know I have sent you a message because I saw you on GoPro. I already have been in network marketing for now 3 years and a half. And this is the family. This is, I don't know what I always told you need to do this, do that, and also customers, we didn't know any info about the products, but now you just send them to the doctors. Go to the page, and then, I think Belgian people of European people are skeptical than Americans. That is my thing.
Yeah, I mean, I think you're not wrong. I think culturally, overall in Europe, it's just a different market. And I think that's why I recruit all the Europeans, because I actually listen to you and I understand that. I would say there's a couple of things we can do with this. First of all, continue to lead with that education. So it might be a little tweak you make where, as an example, something you might consider doing is like posting something science-y once a week. Just to show them, right? Or making sure you're posting a lot of testimonials of the product. So like, you know how we have obviously like the business testimonials we put in our stories? You could do that also with more specific stuff, because again, this is a European thing, yeah? So more specifics, not just like lost this fat, not just whatever, like something I see working really well in Europe is a lot of the times like the athletic stuff, you know? Like, oh, my athletic performance shifted from this to this ever since I took ketones, whatever. Like right now, you know, the Tour de France, you know, a lot of these people are drinking ketones. So using that as an example, obviously very pertinent to Europe. Just shifting it not from the American perspective of like fat loss. That's just not the same story that's going to move people into action. The other thing is, you know, VAT is VAT. Like, we don't make that up. Your country made that up. You know? So, like, I know that sucks, but, like, Belgium setting it as 21 compared to, I think Germany is, like, 11 or something. It sucks, but that's just what it is. That's just your government. That's just the EU. So, getting around that and just actually validating that, I kind of just gave Angela in a different way, but same thing. Like, I think sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is say, yeah, that sucks. You know, like I talked about it and I referenced it with 8 Mile, that movie with Eminem, where like they were attacking him for being white and attacking him for being, you know, whatever. I never watched the movie, but like I know the iconic scene, right? And he just went on stage. He's like, yeah, I'm white. Yeah, I'm from the hood. Yeah, my mom this. Yeah, my dad that. Yeah, my whatever. Like drugs, whatever. I don't even know how the rap went, okay? But he basically took all his power back by saying, yes, this sucks. So you could almost take your power back and be like, it sucks that we gotta pay 21% VAT in Belgium. And it sucks that we only have 3 freaking flavors. But you know what doesn't suck? This product doesn't suck. This product really freaking works. Like, you know, and like, so, because I think sometimes, again, this is a really European thing actually, you need to validate people in their anger, because like I don't know if anger is the right word, but like this European like spiciness, we don't really have that in America. America doesn't really need the science the way we need the science. You guys, I say we, the way you guys need the science, the way you do whatever. You get the point.
Yeah. That's the problem of Belgian people, of European people. They are so skeptical. It's about network marketing. It's about products. They are so, and then you need not to convince them, but something like, I try it. I always tell my story because I've been out of a coma. We lost our baby girl, and I have problems with my energy and with my mood.
Yeah.
And I don't need to lose fat. I don't need to lose weight. I don't need it for this. It's for my energy that I take the ketones. And I have a friend, she is here now outside with my husband, and she has she wanted to lose weight, and she has lost 12 kilos.
Damn.
I don't know how much it is in pounds. But just to drink the ketones. And she has now people that ask her, what did you do? And she sent all the people to me because she don't want to be a promoter.
Sure.
And I'm happy about this because I helped people. I help people to be healthy, because if you have been have something in your life, you want to make other people also better. But my biggest problem is to have people to join network marketing, to show them that this is something new and that they can do it.
Yeah, so then I think it's kind of the same thing. You just show the different side of it. Like, I think a lot of why our team is so successful is because we don't even remotely seem like typical network marketers. Because we're not. Most network marketers won't get on here and do like free coaching. Most network marketers won't lead with personal development. Our team clearly leads with personal development, right? Most network marketers won't come on and lead with product even. You know, like they're so heavy on recruiting, and I'm like, there's nothing wrong with recruiting. Obviously, I recruit a lot of people. But like mine is more like what you just said, which is the customers, the stories, the mood, the energy. I don't drink it for fat loss. I drink it for focus. I got crazy focus ADHD issues if I don't drink ketones, right? Like I eat a carbohydrate and my brain's like, nah, and I'm like, I better get some ketones in me right away. Like this is not good. Okay. So really to answer your question, it's kind of the same thing to the whole point of we were talking about addressing VAT and things of that nature. Start talking about the differences, but call it what it is. I say it all the time. I just did that TikTok yesterday where I'm talking about these e-coaches who are like, you can live the life of your dreams in 1 hour a day of working. I'm like, you're a fucking liar is what you are, right? Like this is what these people are doing though. And then when people don't make money because they worked an hour a day and their business coach told them that that was all they needed to do, they get mad at network marketing. So like me being the person who gets on calls and is like, oh, I definitely do overwhelm. I'll outwork all of you. What hour is it? Yeah, I'm up working. Yes. Right? But like I'm there for our team. I'm there to coach, I'm there to teach, I'm there to train, I'm there to text back, I'm there to do trainings, I'm there to answer, concerns. I've got systems built out, I got the robot, I got whatever. Like by showing that side of it, that's how I recruit so much in Europe, quite frankly. Like I just want you to think about that. Maybe nobody in the world, honestly, like even Europeans recruits as many Europeans as I recruit. Why? Because I speak to the European perspective of we need systems. We need something that's actually different. We need somebody who understands us and communicates with us, because the way I look at Europe is like 10 years behind in network marketing. America, it's cool. Like everybody pretty much loves network marketing in America now. They're getting it. Right? They're like, oh my God, I've been listening to those haters on the internet for too long. Network marketing is the greatest of all time, right? That's how it is here. We're still catching up in Europe. Okay? So because it's not like that in Europe yet, so much of me being an American presence who speaks European, you know what I'm trying to say, is like this backbone that people are looking for. So how can you be the backbone for Belgium? How can you be the backbone for, well, I know you also recruit in the Netherlands, obviously, UK, you know, whatever. But like, how can you be that backbone that's actually there present, but you can also speak in American perspective as well? Is that making sense? Like, it's that bridge that comes together that I think is really powerful. Yeah.
But my biggest problem is still the same. To going live on Facebook. You know, I did the thing with Eric.
You did 100 lives in a week. Like, come on.
Yes, but I'm stopped with it. I just say, yes, I'm going to do it. I do it. And then when I see everyone unfollows me, I've been scared. And something like, oh no, they don't like me.
Okay, well, maybe because 100 lives a week is insanity. Okay, I would never have coached you to do 100 lives a week. But I will tell you, you should go live every day.
Yeah.
So why don't you go live the next 100 days?
I'm now live on Facebook.
Good girl. Right? Yes, Facebook, yes. Right? And then I also want you to do things like ask your people, what do you want to see more of? This is what, people don't do this. Okay? So like, maybe they really liked when you did a business live and you coached on sales or, you know, marketing or whatever. Okay? My favorite tools to use in online business or whatever, you know, and you showed them that. Maybe that's what they would like. Or maybe they really liked when you talked about your family. You need to ask them. You need to ask your followers instead of assuming that they want to watch you cook or assuming they want to watch, you know, I don't know. Ask them. They'll tell you. Just say, hey, can you guys comment below? I'm talking to your live viewers and like anyone, right? Hey, can you guys comment below what kind of content of mine you really like and would like to see more of? Like, what content that I put out are you like, give me more of that? Give me more of that, right? Because like the tools one would be cool. Like I think people are all the time like, what does she use? Like how does she do this? Like where's my Samsung thing over there? These are the pens for it, right? That I love that sucker. That little digital whiteboard. I mean, that's a little excessive. That thing is freaking.
I see it yesterday. It's amazing. I want this too, but we can have it in Europe.
Brian bought that for me. I wouldn't buy a $3,500 whatever the hell whiteboard. It's a little extra. But people need to know, like, they ask me about, like, my tripod all the time. They ask me how many phones I have, like, that I'm using. And it's not to say everyone needs to go out and spend money. Like, this phone's not activated. This is an old phone. This doesn't even have an internet. This has no internet. This only does Wi-Fi. But, like, if I had Facebook still, I would have this one, on my tripod. You know, like, I like pop sockets more than I like any kind of other cases because you can just hook them on stuff. You know, that's a tool that network marketers would probably like to use or like to know about. So, you know, what are the favorite books for network marketers? That'd be a great live. You know, I don't know. Like, just ask the people what they want. They'll tell you.
I just know that American people is not so skeptical of Belgian people. Belgian people is so skeptical. It's so... hard to not convince people because I don't want to convince people. I just want to tell my story. I have now the first time, you know, you have said, why do you not do a VIP chat box on Messenger for your customers? I didn't do that the first 3-4 months. I just did it last month. It's insane. It's insane.
Would you just listen to me, please?
Yes, but it's insane. I have so many customers in it, and I have now did a promotion in it for them, and the results that they have of the ketones, it's freaky, insane, and. I love that about you. You give tips. You don't say to people, you need to do it. You just say, do what other ones do. In the past, I have network marketing. You cannot copy of someone. And you say,
copy everything.
Take it. Copy, take it. Follow what the Americans do. And I do it. Oh. What Sydney have done. Okay, take it. What Jesse Lee have done. Take it. I take it all.
It works.
And it works, yes. And I'm so happy to have a system now because that is something that I needed.
I think most people do, right? The other thing that I would just make sure you have, like, I was watching a video and I just loved it. Like, nobody signed up for something and said, oh, I'm like, nowhere in the contract you signed when you joined did you say, oh, I'll do the things I feel like doing and I expect to make millions of dollars. No, like, you understood, just like everybody does, if you want what Jessie Lee has, you have to do what Jessie Lee says to do. But people join network marketing companies and do what they feel like doing, like you just said you did, and then they expect some kind of miraculous results, but then they don't get them because they're not, like, it's this vicious cycle where I'm glad you caught yourself with the chat thing. It's like, just do it.
Yeah.
You have to do it.
Yeah, I did it, and I said to my team members, you need to do it, but they don't want to do it. I say also look at my stories and look at your own stories. Can you see the difference? They did one post of the products, and I don't know how many, 25, 24 posts on my story, but they say, no, I do enough. And then I say, okay, then you do enough.
Yeah, so then, but that's just it's not a red flag, but it's just, those aren't coachable people. What does Eric Worre always say? He says, the only people you should spend your time with are all three things. Not two of them, all three things. They have to be leadable, they've got to be coachable, and they've got to be hungry.
Yeah.
So if I'm telling you to do something as your coach, and you are not listening to me, you're out. You're out. Like, that's literally the reason I'm making a big pivot in my my coaching for the next 90 days. I handpicked 12 people, and those are the only people I'm coaching. I shut off coaching calls. I just did it because I'm like, these people, I'm looking at all the screenshots of all these calls I've done, and they're not doing what I tell them to do. Do you know how frustrating that is for me? You have no idea. Like, nobody has any idea. So, like, it's horrible. It's got to the point where I hate doing coaching calls, and I love this. I like coaching you. Like, don't get me wrong. But I'm like, what in the hell? Like, I'm sick of telling you everything to do, and then you literally sit there and have the audacity to waste my time. Again, not you, Sophia. But it is agonizing. So I'm like, nope, we're making a pivot. We're making a pivot. So those three things, if you are trying to pour into people and they are showing you, oh yeah, they're hungry because they're broke, but they're not coachable and they're not leadable, nope.
Yeah, and that is also why that I say I have every month my goal. Last month I went up to 1 a.m. I needed 1 customers to have the bonus from $500, and I say I need to do this. I need to do this. I need it. And I did it. I have 15 new customers. I did it. I wanted to.
Oh, I know. Because we sent out gifts to people with over 10 customers. And I told my assistant, I said, Sophia's in Belgium. We can't send the same thing. That'll cost $300 to ship. But I have a gift coming for you. I noticed. I was like, damn, Sophia. What the hell? You got a lot of customers.
I don't going to sleep before I can help so much customers.
Yeah.
That is me. I always tell people I'm the Belgian Jessie Lee. I want this and I'm going to have it. That is my point.
Let's go.
And I'm so frustrating that my team members are not so.
Yeah, but you know what? you need to rewatch my training, my deck of cards training. It is a numbers game. Not that people are numbers, but this is a numbers game. If you wonder why I recruit so many people and I have so many customers, I do what I do because I refuse to get frustrated at other people. I refuse. Right? Like, I can't, if my emotional well-being is caught up in if you do something, then I'm never going to feel whole. Does that make sense? Like, I'm always going to be living in a piece of frustration. Like, I'm going to be getting on trainings, and I'm going to be training from anger and frustration instead of training from a place of like, oh, you know, like, I'm so grateful for you guys. you know?
Yeah, that's also why that I say you need to go to follow the power hours.
Yeah.
You need to, like, I always, the Wednesday night, I say, no, I can sleep. No, you can sleep. No, you can sleep. You need to follow the American Zoom call. I follow everything because I know myself, and if I am not on the Zoom on the minute, the next day I don't going to go to the group to see the Zoom call.
Mm-hmm.
It's me.
Nobody does. Nobody watches replays. Shouldn't say nobody, but it's very, very seldom. Yeah.
And my other thing is from, do people come always to you, or do you send also to people? Because that's this.
You mean like messages, initial messages? Yeah. I don't have time. Yeah. I can't even. I'm thousands of DMs deep. Like if somebody needs me and they DM me a week ago, they need to DM again.
Yeah.
Like,
because customers also, I have something in the past, they always say you need to send to all your people on Facebook. And then I say, oh no, I don't want to do this.
Yeah.
Something, yeah. Do you do the same or do you do...
I can't. I don't have time. If you have time to reach out to people, you should, which you probably do. Right? So if you get the I literally physically cannot respond back to everybody who comments and stuff. So like the only people who can get DMs from me are the people who, when I say like maybe on a TikTok, I'm like drop a hand or drop an info or drop a yes. I can respond to those people. I don't have time. And again, I don't really have time. I don't have any interest. Like I don't have any interest in coaching people that aren't hungry, leadable, and coachable. Well, if you're not coachable if I tell you drop the word yes, and then I send you a message that says DM sent, and you don't check your DM, like you're probably not going to be very good at an online business.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
That's it. I don't have any more questions.
Cool.
Oh, do you know when you come to Belgium?
I don't have exact dates yet, but my flight to Madrid is August 1st. And then I fly out on the 19th to go back to Kentucky for the company event.
And you go the 20 and 21 to the Netherlands. I have here. That's correct. July.
No, it's impossible. Hey!
That's my husband.
I know.
And that's my friend.
Hi, friend!
She has lost
12 kilos. So exciting. Congratulations. Oh my God, she's so cute. I love it. Love it.
Love you. Love you.
She's so cute. Yeah, no, we can't go to Europe this month. Everything's still shut down.
Oh, okay.
And we're waiting on some of these Americans to get their freaking passports. So
these Americans don't have any passports.
Nope. They sure don't. I hollered at them though. I said, how can you've been saying you want to build an international team. You've been a bunch of liars. How are you going to build an international? Nobody wants to join a leader that won't come see them. I know you are European. You came out of your mother and had a passport. Get the hell out of here. You don't count. Whenever I tell Europeans that, they're like, there's no way. Over half of Americans don't have passports.
Oh, it's maybe too expensive then.
No, it's more like people are obsessed with America that are American and they don't understand the rest of the world is better. I love America, don't get me wrong, but there's other places
I want to go to America. I always say it. I want to go to America because it's so big and we see the movies and Hawaii. I want to do Hawaii also.
I mean, I go twice a year, so.
I need to work hard to go there.
Yes, it's expensive. Expensive to get there. It's not expensive once you're there. That's a myth. They say, oh, it's so expensive when you're there. No, it's not.
Oh, okay. I need to do it.
Yes.
That was it. I think that I have all my questions.
All right. Well, I love you. I appreciate you. I'll see you on the frontline call in an hour. Yeah?
Yes. Love you too.
All right, girl. I'll see you soon. All right. Ciao.
Bye.
Okay. Okay, and then Amber Higgins will be on in 1 minute. How y'all doing? Is this useful? Let me know in the chat if it's useful. I need to send a message really quickly to somebody. All right, let's see. Hey, Boo, give me 1 sec. I gotta send a message. Oh, wait, what is this? Oh, come on, internet. Ah. It is useful. Good. Where are you guys watching from, by the way? Hey, Amber Higgins.
Hi.
What you doing,
How are
Boo?
you?
I'm good. I'm great. Did you get a haircut?
Working. No, I got my hair done
I was
like
gonna
2
say.
days ago. It still looks really good.
Yeah, it looks super
I'm
good.
excited.
Like something
Thank you.
different over here. I love it. All right, what's going on, little hottie? Hottie. Saw your booty picture on
Okay.
Instagram the other day. I was like, wow. Hey. I couldn't comment on it because I was in Instagram jail, but I would have been like, wow, and dropped like a peach or something.
That was intentional, very intentional, because I'm pissed off because my engagement on all of my platforms are just like
Well,
I don't know what's going on with
it
Facebook.
could be worse. You could have no Facebook, and you could have an Instagram that only lets you post, and that's it. So it could be worse, you know? Careful what you wish for.
I guess I don't know, like, obviously I need to pivot. Like, we've been talking about pivoting, but I don't know what to do to pivot. I
Okay.
feel like
Couple of
I'm doing
questions.
the
First of
same
all,
things.
is your business still doing what you want your business to do?
I mean, yeah, but it could be doing better.
Right.
Like,
Okay.
I'm
So the reason I
picking
asked that
myself
is because I don't like. We'll get into whatever it is that you want to talk about, but I just want to let you. I just want to stop for a second and let you recognize, like, don't get so caught up in the vanity metrics. Just don't. So just to put it in perspective for you, like last month I still did over 50,000 points in new volume. So like what, $120,000 in new sales, brand new customers with no Facebook, with no link tree that works except for on TikTok. So people had to DM me the word link to order. That was fun. And then an Instagram that I couldn't like do anything on. I had to start uploading crap to YouTube, you know, whatever. And I still, and Brian and I had a conversation, and he literally said, you are the best in the world I've ever seen. I've been doing this for 30 years. So even with my likes are so down on everything because I can't comment back to people. My comments are lower because I can't comment back to people. Nothing's gone viral on TikTok in I don't even know how long, whatever. My sales and my business are still where they want to be. So I say that to you because don't get caught up in likes. Likes are not paying people's bills. These big influencers on the internet, they're not making money on their videos that get, 10 million views. Or if they are, it's nominal. So just perspective. Remember
I guess
what's important.
back from like I'm used to having like way more enrollments, and like I was like shocked last month. I didn't hit any of the like the $500,000 bonus, which I'm mad about because I should have hit that, but I feel like I'm like running out of leads because of it. Maybe that's just like a mindset thing. I don't know. I have thousands of people in SPR and I follow up with them, but like I feel like I need more fresh new energy, and I'm like trying so hard to get it and I'm just not getting it.
Yep. Okay. So talk to me. What are you doing? What is your content like schedule? What's going on with all that?
So I do keto kitchens, I do business lives, I do product lives. Every time I do a product live, literally every time I do a product live, my Facebook gets shut down. Last time I did a business live, my Facebook got shut down. And I'm like, how am I supposed to run my business? And then on TikTok, I go live and I get like traction on my lives, but then my videos are like 200 views. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm just like beating my head against the wall. Like, what am I doing wrong? I'm like trying to post like inspirational stuff because that's kind of like my brand is just like helping people to feel more confident in themselves.
Yep.
And then I am low carb keto. So like I do the keto kitchens, but I don't do that on TikTok because I don't feel like that's like my brand over on TikTok, but I feel like maybe I should start doing that, but I don't know if that's authentic to me. I'm just confused.
Yeah. So next question, just to gain clarity, how many TikToks are you posting a day?
3 to 5.
Okay, consistently.
And then, yeah, and then I saw like these people, you know how there's people on TikTok who like teach you how to do TikTok and like the analytics and stuff. And they're like, well, if you're not getting traction, you need to bump back down to 1 a day. And so I did that. That wasn't working. So I was like, screw that. I'm not doing that anymore. I'm not going to listen to them because it's not working.
Yeah.
And I just feel like I'm trying to post valuable content, but it's frustrating because it's not getting me anywhere.
Cool. So I need to actually look at your TikTok. I don't usually do that, but I'm just curious to see what you're posting. But you kind of probably nailed it when you were like, you said something like, my brand's not the same on. No, you need to get your brand consistent on everything. Like, I'll admit I'm a little sassier in my TikToks, but it's still me, right? It's still Jessie Lee. It's still financial advice and then business advice and dog stuff and, you know, hot girl summer stuff and hair stuff. It's still me. Still me, right? So your brand should be consistent on all platforms. Otherwise, you're going to have people that are kind of confused at who you are, right? And I will tell you, if Facebook is telling you that they're basically getting rid of you, pay attention to it. You know, thank God 2 years ago, I'll never forget, I was in Australia and I lost my Facebook for a day. 1 day. That was the day I started posting on YouTube. That was the day I started posting. Whoa, lightning, holy crap. You know, I'm like way up here in the sky. It was like right here. Is there going to be a big boom in a second? Maybe not. Whatever. It was right there. So anyway, that was the day I started going heavy on Instagram. And then the days that it started going and happening again and again more frequently on Facebook, I was like, screw this. I am going to do TikTok. Thank God I did TikTok. Right? Thank God I started the freaking podcast. The podcast almost 4 million downloads now. Like, come on. You know? Oh, hear it? I can't raise my eyebrow. Too much Botox, but I'm trying to raise my eyebrow.
My neck's full. I do want Botox, but I have these wrinkles and they're not cute.
Oh, I love it. So, anyway, my point there is you'll find out what people are responding to when you're posting more often. Now, here's something interesting. I would challenge you, because you're so fun, like I've been around you enough, have more fun on TikTok too. Like, I had a conversation with one of my recruits on a coaching call a week ago, and she said, I found you on the Explore page of or on my For You page on TikTok. I said, yeah, what was I doing? Because I wanted this kind of feedback, right? She said, it was one of those videos where you were just dancing to music from like the 90s. And I was like, oh my God, she looks like so much fun. So stop thinking everything has to be business to get business. Because write this down. I want to do business with people that I have fun with, Amber. I want to do business with people that I genuinely want to spend time around. It's not going to be everybody who joins, obviously. But if you're showing people your actual personality, there's magic in that. There's magic in that, okay. For sure.
I think that's what I'm missing. I'm trying too hard to, like, bring value where I just need to, like, stop overthinking it. Really.
Like, what? But see, that's the thing is, like, what is valuable? You know? Like, some of my things that hit are, like, I took that, like, when I take sounds, and I just make it relevant to what we're doing. But it's just me and my personality. Like, one of the videos recently that did well was that video where I'm like, I don't know who needs to hear this, but the one about, like, irritating people's demons or something. Or, well, I don't know, whatever it was. And I'm, like, in front of the Lamborghini and the Range Rover or something. You know, like, that did really, really well. You know? So, like, I find that maybe not, like, they're not going viral, but I'm getting more views on ones where I do use sounds. So I don't know if you're doing that. Obviously voiceovers and stuff like that, but it is going to be consistency and it is going to be showing more of your fun personality. And I'll tell you, if your energy is weird because you're like, I hope this one hits, it's probably not going to. You know, like, you can't, I see that resonated with you. Like, if you're trying to flip it hard, I'm telling you, everybody can feel it. Have fun, like, flow. Let your business flow.
Okay. So my next thing is, like, I am running for rank 7. Like, I want to double my business. We've been kind of lingering around like 40, 50-ish thousand a month. And I'm like, I wrote down, like, I reverse engineered, and I'm like, okay, this is what I need to do. So, like, I know what I need to do. Obviously, I need to recruit. Like, Rita is always the answer. But in terms of, like, my leadership, like, I feel like I do everything that you tell us to do, okay? Like, we're doing daily homework. We have the ranked pods. We have like, our little tiny little mini leadership meeting. We have our team meetings every week. We're pushing to power hours. We have a book club. I just don't know if there's anything that I'm missing.
So there's a couple of things. First of all, yes, Rita, recruiting is the answer. However, who in there do you really believe in? You don't have to answer that right now, but you need to write that down. You need to write down the list of the people you actually believe in that you can drive. And then you need to send them a message, and you need to ask them straight up, like, what are your goals? Where do you want to go? Give me a time frame on it. Because you might be pouring into the wrong people and not know it. Like, it would be innocent, right? But message them and find out, like, what do you want? Because, like, I believe in you, but I need to know how much you believe in you, and then if that's something you actually want me to coach you through. And then they'll say, oh my God, no, or oh my God, yes, oh my God, yes. Get me to rank 4. You know how to get people to rank 2. You know how to get people to MVP 2, 3, 4, 5. So you need to coach people to get to MVP 2, 3, 4, 5. Ah! Lightning again. Sorry, it's like literally right here. It's like in the field. It's very distracting. Okay? That's what you need to do. And then you need to work with those people, work with those people, work with those people, work with those people. And then bring new people in, because new people will motivate them. And then you fly. But your pivot is probably laser coaching with people who, write this down, deserve your time. Deserve your time, girl. So, back to my coaching I always talk about, 3 things. Leadable, coachable, hungry. All 3, Amber. Not 1, not 2, no, all 3. Like, when people show you that they're not this, or they're not this, or they're none, you revoke privileges. You're a leader. And look, I'm the biggest mushy, bleeding heart in the world, obviously. Everybody knows.
You.
Okay? But, like, who have I not been serving because I've been trying to serve people who are this, or people who are this, or people who are this? I'm just kidding. Right? You know what I mean? Like, who can I not serve that are these things because I'm serving people who are some variation?
Yeah, that's definitely an area of growth for me, for sure.
It's uncomfortable. But those people who are all 3, like you, think of how many people you'll be able to coach through me. Like, the key to network marketing is key to any business is duplication. I can't duplicate people who are only one or 2 of these 3 things. So I can duplicate through you, and then you can duplicate the systems I'm doing. Does that make sense?
Yeah. So I love that. I'm gonna definitely have to set some boundaries for sure. I can already feel people like are gonna be mad at me, but I can't.
But you know what? Like, you can't help that. You can't choose how people react, but you can set boundaries around your life and around your business. Like, there are people who stay in unhealthy relationships, whether it's friendships, business relationships, or romantic relationships, because they're so worried about what other people are gonna think. But think about your long-term impact on the world if you decide to say, no more. Like, I have got to coach. That's why I made the big pivot. I'm like, I have to coach these freaking rank 8s and 7s. The only person who knows how to get to $1 million or $5 million a year in network marketing is me. There are hundreds of people on our team who can coach people how to get people to MVP. I am the only one who can teach you how to make 6 figures a year, 7 figures a year, and multiple 7 figures a year. So why am I not using my skills that are very unique to me to show you how to do that? So that you can teach people how to get to $1,000 a month, and $2,000 a month, and $3,000 a month, and $4,000 a month, which you can teach. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That's where the duplication starts coming.
Yeah, that brings me to my next thing, Mike. And I know I shouldn't be focused on the money, but, like, obviously that's like a scarcity. Like, I feel scarcity around money, and I've been stuck at the same amount of income for months, and I'm like frustrated with myself. Like, I don't know what. I know what I need to do. I just need to recruit. That's what I need to do. I don't know the answer.
Yes, but no. Hey, one sec. Hey, Teresa.
Yeah.
Can you go to the 25th floor and get me some water in this thing whenever you get a chance?
I'm just taking all this.
I figured you were taking. I mean, there's no rush, but I need it. I'm thirsty. I think you've been talking for an hour and a half. All right, so yes, it's recruiting. Recruiting still remains the answer. However, on top of that, what the actual issue is people get stuck because you're developed to a certain level. So so what happens if you're only if you're at this level is you're continually recruiting people who are down here. Because you're not gonna, like, people don't recruit like this, you know, like you're gonna recruit people who are at your level or below your level, right? Which is then gonna be frustrating to you because you're trying to get up here. So your actual focus needs to be on developing Amber. Okay? Your actual focus needs to be on developing everything from emotional intelligence to leadership development to, like, obviously Maxwell, you know, pinnacle leaderships, like, or just the stages of leadership in general, right? By raising that bar, like the actual personal development, who is Amber as a person bar, the rest of this goes up. Your income shifts in exact proportion to how much you are actually growing as a person, which is why when I talk about I'm making $1 million a month in December, well, I need to change into a different version of Jessie Lee, because Jessie Lee can make $500,000 a month. Yeah, sure, because that's the level I'm developed to. So I've got to develop myself as a person more, raise this bar in order to raise the financial compass as well. You know what I mean? So, like, yes, you'll recruit more people, and yes, but, like, you need to develop through what you just said, which is, like, scarcity mindset stuff, which is, like, worthiness stuff, okay? Like, all of those things, you do deserve more. And also, the more you continue to contribute, that's a great way to shift. Even when you're tired or you feel like you don't have resources for it or you feel like, I don't even know what I'm going to give, right? I've never lost anything by giving, which is probably why I continue to give so much.
I can definitely give and contribute more. I just, like, again, it's my own worthiness holding me back, feeling like, oh my God, there's somebody way more qualified to do this than me, and I need to stop.
But there's not, because you're the only Amber Higgins. I mean, maybe not the only Amber Higgins, but you're the only Amber Higgins that's you. You know?
Yeah.
Like, who you are uniquely makes you super powerful. You don't need to try to be me or whatever. There's plenty of people who won't join me because they're like, oh my God, am I going to be intimidated if I join her? And you and I both know no, right? But they don't know that. So they look for somebody who's like, okay, who is making $5,000 a month that won't scare the crap out of me, but I'm comfortable with their coaching or whatever. Like, there's somebody, I won't say her name, she's one of the people on the wall. She thought she was signing, she didn't think she was signing direct with me. She wasn't stupid, right? But the person she signed with, she thought was direct to me because the person said, my direct mentor, Jessie Lee. You'll have access to my direct mentor, Jessie Lee. She's actually now 7 levels deep, I think. I mean, deep.
Oh my God, that's like me.
Yeah, like really far deep. But the person, again, who's on the wall, was like, I want Jessie Lee's coaching, but I don't feel like I deserve that yet. Like, she had worthiness issues, so she joined with somebody who now she can't stand. And she's 7 levels deep. Which, I mean, it's not an uncommon situation, but my whole point in saying that is you're actually an excellent coach. So people who join you are in very good hands. But I just want you to understand, like, there's plenty of people that won't join me. So don't look at me or anybody else and say, oh my God, am I not good enough? You're totally good enough. And you'll grow into, like, none of us start as $1 million earners. I started broker than hell. Everybody knows, right? And then I was a thousandaire, woo! Right? And then I made $10,000, woo! You know, like, I mean, we've all been there. But you can't let yourself become self-deprecating and, like, feel like you're an imposter making all the money you're making and driving your Range Rover and all this stuff, you know. Like, no, you earned your Range Rover. It's not your fault that other 24-year-olds or whatever can't drive them because they won't work their business. That's not your problem.
I have to remind myself that I'm only 1.5 years in business too. Like, I gotta stop, like,
I wasn't driving no damn Range Rover 1.5 years in business. What the hell? You rich.
I feel like I'm, like, rushing myself and I'm not enjoying the process, and I need to stop. And I feel like I'm burning myself out. And I don't know, like, I love to work.
Yeah, but
But
that
it's
goes
like-
back to my point with the TikToks, Amber. You've got to find joy in what you're doing. You got to find joy in what you're doing. Like, I'll give you a tip. Here's a tip. What do you really like to do? Like, what gives you energy?
I don't know. That's bad. I don't know.
You don't
I
know
like
what
to
makes you
work.
happy?
I mean, a lot of stuff makes me happy. My dogs make me happy.
Okay.
My relationships makes me happy.
Relationships. I'm calling him. I'm going to give him a phone call. Hey! She said relationships! Brandon!
That was an accident. I didn't mean the S.
I'm calling him. I have his phone number.
I like to go get my hair done. I like to get my nails done. I like to do girly stuff. I like makeup. I like a lot of stuff.
Okay? So now what I want you to do is next time you do one of those things, hair, makeup, dog stuff, boyfriends stuff, just kidding, boyfriend stuff, whatever it is that gives you energy, then immediately afterward you do a TikTok. Okay? When your energy and your vibration is super high, that's when you start content creation. And never before. Okay? Because everybody can feel it. Energy is just a transfer. Everybody feels it. What does that sound? Everybody feels it. So I need you to get into a happy place. Move your body, go on a date, get all pretty, do your makeup, la la la, high vibe, and then whoop! Then you go do a TikTok. That crap will go viral. That stuff's gonna hit. Because you can put a smile on your face, but you can't change your eyes when you are not vibing high. Tell me I'm wrong.
Right.
Right. So that's how you need to start your content production from now on.
Okay. Got it.
Cool?
Thank you. Appreciate you.
When are you coming to visit me? What the hell?
Soon. When can I come? When's a good time?
I mean, whatever. I'm going to Austin tomorrow. So for the next 5 days, I'm going to be in Austin. So aside from that, you come.
We'll have to plan something. I'll let you know.
All right.
Thank you so much.
You're
I'll
welcome.
talk to you later.
Yeah, love you. Appreciate you.
Bye. Love you.
Bye, boo. All right, coaching calls are done for today. I have a call at noon for my frontline personal recruits. So if you're interested in doing what I'm doing, of course you can click on the link tree in the bio and go to promoter and do that. I love this. You're originally from Brunswick. I'm from Middletown originally. You're in Frederick County. Love it, love it, love it. I'm from Frederick County, Maryland as well. I live in Dallas, Texas now. Well, that's not true. I live in Frisco, Texas right now. And if you were wondering why I was like hollering about the look. I was hollering about the lightning because this is where the Dallas Cowboys practice, by the way. This is my office. Lightning was like twice right here when I was trying to coach. So that was a little bit scary. Woo! But yeah, I'm going to a spa in Austin actually. So I don't think I'm going to be very accessible in Austin to anybody, but I'm going to Austin for 5 days and I'm being spa treatments. Oh my God. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. I will save this. I'll download this off Instagram and I will put it on my YouTube. If you don't already subscribe to my YouTube, you should subscribe to my YouTube. It's Jessie Lee Ward. That's my name on YouTube. And then Instagram's I'm Boss Lee. TikTok's I'm Boss Lee. My Facebook got deleted and my podcast is The People's Mentor. I saw a lot of questions about that. And let's see, I'll be in the frontline Zoom call in a few. Jessie Lee, yeah, girl, let's go. I'm not doing a spa day. I'm doing 5 days at the spa. I've booked $13,000 of treatments. So tell me you're stressed without telling me you're stressed. So I'm gonna go and do some like, I literally booked every single thing. I'm even doing horse stuff. Like I don't even like horses, but they said that horses are healing. So I'm gonna go get healed by the horses. And they said there's tarot card reading. I don't even think I'm into that, but I'm going to get my tarot cards read. What does that even mean? I don't even know. So I'm pumped. I'm excited. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for following. If you don't know what these are, by the way, these are, I've been like playing with them the whole time and nobody's asked, but these are, they're not iPad pencils actually. These are for my, I have this Samsung, some of you have seen it. It's flipped backwards right now, but do you see that thing? I don't know if you can see it. Do you see that? That's like this giant Samsung like prompter thing, like a digital whiteboard. What do you do at the spa for 5 days? You just get touched. So anyway, if you don't already follow and subscribe, make sure you do so. And I guess like if you want to comment on, I don't know, like my most recent TikTok or something, I'll do some responses to some questions because I don't know how else to do responses on TikTok for coaching questions, but feel free. And love you guys. What is my podcast? The People's Mentor Podcast. It's in the link tree in the bio as well. If you want ketones, by the way, that's what these are. They put you in ketosis in an hour or less. Benefits are fat loss, muscle preservation, better sleep, skin, mood, focus, energy, and better digestion. That's in the link tree in the bio as well. But I love you guys. I appreciate you. I don't know if it's still available, but Snow Cone came out. It's fire. I'm going to stop recording now. So I'll talk to y'all soon, okay? Ciao!